Hello from Birmingham. My name is Rachel McLean, and you might have heard of me as the author of the Dorset Crime series, in particular the Corfe Castle Murders, which is my most popular book. I'm a Brummie, which you can probably hear in my voice, but I'm known for writing about Dorset, and the reason I write about Dorset is because I have been travelling to the county ever since I was a baby. My parents took me to stay in a hotel in Sandbanks when I was so small that I was in a hotel issue cot and I screamed the place down. But more of that in the book that I'm about to tell you about, because I've been inspired by my travels around Dorset and my research in the county for my books to write a much more visual book, which is not a novel, which is about Dorset. And that is my Dorset Crime Trail, which looks like this. Now, this is actually a prototype of the book. It's a demo copy. So inside, the content is just lorem ipsum, but it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. So this is going to be a beautiful hardback book, and it will be filled with photos of Dorset and of some of my travels in Dorset, and some beautiful photos taken by professional photographers, which are much better than I could do. But there'll also be a lot of personal stuff in there. So for each book, I'm going to tell you the story of why I chose to write that book in the location that it's set in, and why that location inspired me. And I'll also tell you the story of my research trips to the various places that I have written about. So for example, in Dorset Crime Book 8, sometimes I forget, Dorset Crime Book 8, The Lighthouse Murders, is set on Portland Bill. I had a wonderful day exploring Portland Bill. I haven't been to Portland for about 40 years, I think, and I had a very vague memory of sitting in the back of my parents' car, being taken to the lighthouse, and then looking at the lighthouse and then going back to where we were staying. So I went there specifically to research the locations for the book, and I've got quite a story to tell about what it was like, particularly visiting the prison, the Burn. I'll also tell the story of all of the other locations that I've set books in, such as my day exploring Brownsea Island and finding locations for the island murders, Corfe Castle, many other places in Dorset, all of my favourite places that I've written about in the first 9 Dorset crime books. Inside the book you will also find walking routes, and you'll find a map of each of the locations, which are being illustrated by a local artist, which I'm very excited about. And you'll find gorgeous photos, including ones I've taken of the places that I've written about and of myself meeting readers locally, and also some beautiful professional photographs of some of the locations for my books. So to give you a little bit of a background of this book, I have to admit it's not an original idea. I've based it on this book written by Anne Cleeves, who I'm sure you're aware of. She's a wonderful crime writer, and she wrote a very similar book about Shetland, which is a place that she loves and has spent much time in. So this gives you an idea of what my book's going to look like. The layout will be different. Sian Hutton, who does my book covers, is doing all the interior design, so it won't look exactly like Anne's book, but it's a glossy, high quality book. It's designed to sit on your coffee table, to be flipped through and read whenever you feel like being inspired by the beauty of Dorset. It'll also give you tips for places you can visit that are inspired by the books. So if you're one of the people who likes to go and find the places that Leslie and Dennis go to when they're investigating a crime, you can use the walking guides and the maps in this book. And there won't only be a hardback version. So in addition to this beautiful hardback version, and I will be making more videos with the final version when that's ready so you can see it, there's also going to be a paperback version. That will be a normal paperback with all the text of the book. So if you want to take it with you on a walking trip to Dorset and use it to read about the locations and explore them, find out more about where you can walk and where you can visit, you can use it. And it'll also have what's called plates inside it, which is a bit of publishing jargon I've learned this week. And plates are, and I'm going to use this Agatha Christie biography as an example. My book won't be as thick as this because I haven't had anywhere near as long and interesting a life as Agatha. But these are plates where you get glossy sheets within a paperback book with photographs. So all of my personal photographs will be in the paperback, and some of the professional photographs will as well. So you won't miss out on those if you buy the paperback. And there's more. There's also going to be an ebook edition, which will have those plates in. I'm hoping, if we can get that to work, which will have those plates in, and which will be available via my shop. And there will be an audiobook edition, and the audiobook is going to be a bit special because I'm narrating it. So if you're a listener to my audiobooks, you'll be used to the wonderful dulcet tones of Jan Kramer and Leslie Mackey, who narrate my books. Now for the Dorset books, it's Jan, and she makes such a wonderful job of narrating those characters. But for this book, it's a very personal book. It's my story of Dorset and how I wrote and researched those books. So I'll be narrating that book myself. And in addition to narrating the book, there will be exclusive bonus content in the audiobook that won't be in the hardback or paperback. And that will be me doing a couple of the walks in the book and talking you through it. So imagine me as Claire Balding on Ramblings, going on a walk, having a chat, telling you what I see, pointing out sites of interest, maybe even identifying some wildlife, but I'm not very good at that. And you'll be able to hear me doing that and listen to that soundtrack as you take the walk yourself. So all of this is going to be available for Christmas this year, 2024, and my intention is that you'll be able to order it in time for you to send it as a Christmas present to a fan, or maybe hint to somebody that you want it as a Christmas present, or just buy it for yourself, why not? So it's only going to be available in a very small window of time, and that's so that I can get it to you for Christmas. So on the 2nd of November, these books will become available for sale, and then on the 16th of November, they will go. So if you want to get the book in time for Christmas, you need to buy it from my website, which is the only place I'm selling it, in between the 2nd and the 16th of November, and all editions of the book will only be available via my website this year. They will go on sale with the retailers next year, but if you want to get a copy this year in time for Christmas, you need to get it from my website between the 2nd and the 16th of November. Now, it's nowhere near the 2nd of November yet, and that's because I need time to finish getting the book ready. Sean is still working on the design, we're getting the illustrations done, I need to record the audiobook, and I need to go on those lovely walks and make the recordings of me channeling my inner Claire Balding. So in the meantime, if you want to be notified when the book goes on sale, or the books, you can sign up via my website. So if you fill out a form at rachelmclean.com/crime trail, that's rachelmclean.com/crime trail, you will be notified by me. I'll send you an email on the 2nd of November and I'll let you know what's available. And when you go to the website, you will see that there are lots of different options. You will see that there are bundles, so if you want to buy more than one edition of the book, say you want to buy the ebook and the paperback, or the paperback and the hardback, or the paperback and the audiobook, or whatever you fancy, or all of them if you want, there will be bundles there, so you can buy multiple versions. You can also buy multiple copies of it, obviously, and there will also be bundles with my fiction, with my novels set in Dorset. So you can bundle the coffee table book with the Dorset crime books. You'll see here I'm holding up 6 of them. There are actually 9, and you will get 9 in that bundle, but 3 of them aren't out yet, so they will be sent to you when they are published in February. Or alternatively, you can bundle, and this is going to be a challenge to pick up, you can bundle the coffee table book with this pile of beautiful hardback editions of the Dorset Crime series, and it's definitely going to be the best value way to get all of the books. So let me show you one of these. They are gorgeous. So we have custom illustration by Maria Burns, who is based in Wareham. She's a local artist in Dorset, and they're lovely hardback books. And in addition to having this gorgeous jacket with the custom illustration, put that down, you can see the inner case. Each book has a different colour case, and it's got this lovely foiling with a detail from the jacket. So if we go back to this jacket, you can see here that this bird is on the inner case and the outer jacket, and each of the books has got an inner case that coordinates with the colours on the jacket. So here we can see the Clifftop Murders, for example, and you can get this as part of that bundle. And you'll notice that I had a very, very heavy pile of books to pick up here, and that is because there are 9 hardback books now. When I've previously sold these books, there have only been 6, but we now have the hardback books, the hardback editions of books 7, 8 and 9 in the series, and they are also designed by Maria, and they are also pretty darn gorgeous. So there will be bundles including those books along with the coffee table books. You can buy the hardbacks or you can buy the paperbacks, or alternatively you can just buy one copy of the coffee table book if you want. It'll all be explained on the website.